Ultimate 10. Creepiest Abandoned Places on Earth. Around the world, there are cities, villages, hospitals, and islands. They were once full of people and activity, but today they are empty and silent. Each one was abandoned because of disaster, war, or economic decline. These places remain as they were left, untouched for decades, frozen in time with history still visible. Here are the ultimate 10 creepiest abandoned places on Earth. One, Pripyat, Ukraine. Pripyat was founded in 1970 near the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. The city was designed to house workers and their families. It had schools, hospitals, shops, and an amusement park. The population reached almost 50,000 people by 1986. On April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl reactor exploded. Radioactive contamination spread across the area. Within 36 hours, the Soviet government ordered evacuation. Residents were told to leave belongings behind. Buses transported thousands out of the city. The amusement park never officially opened. The Ferris wheel remains unused and rusting. Classrooms are filled with books and gas masks. Apartments still contain furniture and clothes. Vehicles used during evacuation remain abandoned. Radiation levels remain dangerous for permanent living. The area is part of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Controlled tours are allowed for visitors. Nature has entered the empty buildings and streets. Pripyat has had no residents since 1986. It remains one of the most documented ghost cities in history. Two, Hashima Island, Japan. Hashima Island is located off the coast of Nagasaki Prefecture. Coal mining operations began on the island in 1887. Mitsubishi bought the island in 1890. Concrete apartment blocks were built in 1916 for workers. The population peaked in 1959 with more than 5,000 residents. There were schools, shops, and a hospital on the island. Coal demand declined in the 1960s. By 1974, the mines were closed permanently. Residents left the island the same year. Buildings were left without maintenance. Concrete walls collapsed from weather damage. The island remained closed for decades. In 2009, limited areas were opened to tourists. In 2015, the site became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The island has been used in films and documentaries. Most areas are still unsafe and restricted. No permanent population exists on the island. It is known as Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island. It remains one of Japan's most famous abandoned sites. The island has been empty since 1974. Three, Centralia, United States. Centralia is located in Pennsylvania and was founded in 1866. The town grew as a coal mining settlement. In May 1962, a fire started in an underground mine. The fire spread through coal seams under the town. Smoke and toxic gases escaped from cracks in the ground. Attempts to put out the fire were unsuccessful. Sinkholes and dangerous ground conditions appeared. In the 1980s, the federal government relocated residents. Houses and buildings were demolished for safety. Only a few families refused to leave. The town's zip code was officially removed in 2002. Fewer than 10 people live there today. The fire continues to burn underground. Experts estimate it could burn for centuries. Highway 61 became cracked and collapsed. Graffiti covers the abandoned sections of road. The town has become a case study in environmental disaster. It is often visited by journalists and researchers. Centralia is considered a modern ghost town. Its population is nearly zero, with fire still active below. Four, Varosha, Cyprus. Varosha is a district in the city of Famagusta. During the 1960s, it became a popular tourist resort. International celebrities visited the beaches and hotels. In July 1974, Turkey invaded Cyprus. Greek Cypriot residents evacuated immediately. The Turkish military fenced off the district. Hotels and shops were left with items inside. Cars remain abandoned in the streets. Buildings were never demolished, but left untouched. For decades, no civilian entry was allowed. The population stayed at zero for over 40 years. Windows of hotels broke from time and neglect. Furniture still exists inside many rooms. The area became a symbol of frozen conflict. In 2017, announcements were made to reopen parts. In 2020, a section of the beach opened to the public. Many buildings are unsafe and collapsing. Ownership disputes remain unresolved between communities. Varosha is still under partial military control. It is one of the most recognized abandoned resorts in the world. Five, Oradour-sur-Glane, France. Oradour-sur-Glane is located in Haute-Vienne in France. On June 10, 1944, German forces entered the village. Soldiers gathered the population into groups. Men were taken to barns and fields. Women and children were placed inside the church. The men were executed with gunfire. The church was set on fire with civilians inside. Women and children died in the flames. Houses and shops were burned by the soldiers. In total, 642 people were killed. The village was left destroyed after the massacre. After the war, Charles de Gaulle ordered preservation. The ruins became a national memorial site. Burned cars remain in the streets. Bicycles and furniture are still visible. No residents ever returned to the old village. A new modern village was built nearby. The old ruins remain open for visitors. It is recognized as a site of war crimes. Oradour-sur-Glane remains preserved as history. Six, Kolmanskop, Namibia. Kolmanskop is located near Luderitz in Namibia. Diamonds were discovered there in 1908. German miners established a settlement. European-style houses were constructed. The town included a hospital, a school, and a theater. It even had the first X-ray machine in southern Africa. During the 1920s, the town produced many diamonds. By the 1930s, production started to decline. Larger diamond fields were discovered elsewhere. By 1954, the town was abandoned. The desert began covering the houses with sand. Rooms filled with dunes over time. Windows and doors were blocked by sand movement. Buildings remained standing without maintenance. The site was declared part of a restricted diamond zone. Special permits are required for entry. Some houses have been preserved for tourism. Guided tours bring visitors to the ruins. The site is often photographed by professionals. Kolmanskop remains empty, but historically important. Seven, Belitz-Heilstätten. Germany, Belitz-Heilstätten is a large hospital complex near Berlin. It was built in the late 19th century as a sanatorium. It treated tuberculosis patients in its early years. During World War I, it was used as a military hospital. Adolf Hitler was treated there in 1916. During World War II, it remained under German control. After the war, the hospital was taken over by the Soviet Army. It was used by Soviet forces until 1994. The site included over 60 buildings. After the Soviet withdrawal, the hospital was abandoned. Many windows were broken and roofs collapsed. The site became popular with urban explorers. Some parts were used as filming locations. Structures include operating theaters and long corridors. Medical equipment was left behind in some areas. Decay continued without preservation efforts. The German government later secured certain parts. Guided tours are offered in limited sections. Most of the complex remains empty today. Beilitz Heilstätten is one of the largest abandoned hospitals in Europe. #8. Plaszow Camp. Poland. Plaszow Camp was located near Krakow in Poland. It was established by Nazi Germany in 1942. The site was originally 2 Jewish cemeteries. Prisoners were forced to work in labor industries. Thousands of Jews were deported there during World War II. Conditions were extremely harsh with forced labor. Many prisoners were executed within the camp. Others were sent to Auschwitz for extermination. By 1945, the camp was liquidated as the war ended. After the war, the barracks were destroyed. Today, only fragments of foundations remain. Stone monuments have been placed on the site. It serves as a memorial to the victims. No original buildings remain standing. Mass graves were discovered in the area. The camp is visited by historians and tourists. Documentaries have covered its history. The site is protected as a place of remembrance. It is classified as an abandoned wartime location. Plaszow remains an empty memorial ground. Body, United States. Body is located in California near the Sierra Nevada mountains. It was established as a gold mining town in 1859. By 1879, its population reached nearly 10,000 people. The town had saloons, churches, and general stores. Crime and violence were frequent in the settlement. As gold production declined, people began to leave. By the early 1900s, Body's population decreased sharply. In 1915, it was described as a ghost town. In the 1940s, it was completely abandoned. Wooden houses and saloons were left standing. Items like furniture and tools remained inside. Body became a California State Historic Park in 1962. Many buildings are preserved in arrested decay condition. The park is open to the public for visits. No one lives permanently in Body today. It is one of the best preserved ghost towns in the U.S. The town remains as it looked a century ago. Visitors can walk its empty streets. Body is protected for historical preservation. Its population today is 0. Hutuwan Village, China. Hutuwan is located on Shengshan Island in China. It was once a fishing village with several thousand residents. In the 1990s, people began moving to nearby towns. Access to the island was difficult for trade and supplies. By 2002, the village was officially abandoned. Houses and schools were left behind. Fishing boats were no longer used in the harbor. Nature slowly covered the empty houses with plants. Vines and greenery climbed over walls and roofs. Pathways became hidden under vegetation. The village population dropped to zero. In recent years, it became a tourist destination. Visitors come to see the green-covered houses. Photographers document the transformation by nature. Parts of the village remain unsafe to enter. No permanent residents have returned. The government allows limited tourism. It is one of China's most photographed ghost villages. Hutuan shows how fast nature reclaims land. The village remains abandoned to this day. These 10 locations became abandoned due to disasters, wars, and economic decline. Each one tells a story through real events and visible remains. None of them have permanent populations anymore. They are studied, preserved, or opened for limited tourism. They stand as evidence of history that cannot be erased. These are the ultimate 10 creepiest abandoned places on Earth.